funniest thing ever. We had movie night in my house, and my son, he is 2.5 years old, decided that he was done with movie night, so he went in his room to play. And when my husband was going to the bathroom, he noticed the remote was on the floor, so he went into the bedroom to get it and saw that his brand new foam knife was ripped to shreds, which led him to come out and show me. And I already know, I'm mom knows everything. Do not buy the kids foam toys because Joe will eat it. I don't know why. He'll either eat it or just rip it into little tiny shards of pieces, or whatever you call it. So he's like, what? I didn't even, yes, that's what the kid does. So, which led me to think of, what are some hilarious or just weird or strange things that your kids do? And yeah, so that's how I came up with this topic for today. So yes, this is gonna be all about the strange things that my kids do. Not all of them, just some that I could come, you know, that came straight to my mind. So one of them being, my son loves foam, and I have these little beauty blenders. I have to buy new beauty blenders because if he gets on my desk, he literally rips them. It looks like a little rat got a hold of it because he just rips it into tiny little pieces. And the same thing with Nerf footballs, everything. So the noodles that you go to the beach with, like, come on, Joe, like, how are we supposed to float with holes in the noodle? Like, come on. So yeah, so he's like obsessed with foam. And I'm sorry if I'm looking up. I have to close my viewfinder because, you know, I just look so cute with my braids. I can't stop looking at myself. I'm closing it. Yeah, so yes, Joe eats foam. It's weird. So I don't know if he eats it, if he swallows it, because we haven't seen it come out or anything like that, but he does rip it to really tiny pieces. All right, number 2 is a funny thing that I just found and I started recording is Soleil. She has an iPad. They both have iPads. Don't judge me. It's 2017, okay? But yes, she talks to Siri. She holds conversations with Siri, and I'm gonna try to get some audio and put it in here and see if you can get it. But yeah, she holds full conversations with Siri. She asks her questions, and Soleil is not an advanced reader yet. She's a beginner. She's reading, you know, level 2 books. So when she does ask Siri questions, Siri pulls up a link and tells her, you know, you can read this. And then Soleil goes into an argument with Siri because she doesn't know how to read. And for some reason, she gets extremely bothered by Siri telling her to read. And it is hilarious. Or she does not pronounce the words correctly, and then Siri looks up other things that she didn't mean for her to look up. So it is hilarious to listen to.
Can you read anything? Yeah. Yes, you. Can you read anything? You fought? You fought you can? I don't know who it's about. I don't know who this is about. Is this about you or me? Who do you like talking about? Yes. Yes, you. What do you like talking about?
Oh, just a cool thing.
Series?
It's not really weird or anything like, well, I guess it is kind of weird. So everyone in my family eats meat, and Joe came out a vegetarian. Did not like meat from birth. Chicken, you have to force him to eat anything, you know, like that's a meat, the texture of meat. Did not like it. Vegetables, raw, cooked, smushed, anything like that. Fruits and vegetables, bread or rice. And yeah, and he just did not like meat. He's starting to eat meat now. He's like acquiring a taste for it, but for the first 2 years of his life, he didn't eat meat. So when I started transitioning to vegan, it was perfect because everything I ate he would eat, and it was no problem. I call my husband meat and potatoes because yeah, he wants a steak and potatoes, that's it. So I'm like, hey, how did we get a vegetarian out of this? So yeah, a little weird thing, but not too out of the world. Oh my goodness, this is so strange, and it is funny when I talk about it, but in the process of it happening, it is not funny. It is like, oh my goodness. Soleil, when she is tired, her body starts to fail her. And what I mean by that is that she gets pains that are not really there. And so if she skips a nap or if she's sleepy or something like that, her leg was the first time it ever happened. Her leg hurt, and she's like, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I'm looking, I'm trying to touch, where does it hurt? Giving her ice. I'm thinking something's really wrong with her. The first week or so, I'm thinking something is physically wrong with her, and she's in tears. Her face, her eyes are swollen. She can't breathe. She's in so much pain, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with her. And then I noticed a pattern. Her leg only hurts when she's extremely exhausted. And then her leg only hurts when she skips a nap. Her leg only hurts at bedtime. Oh, this isn't real pain. This is not real. So then I said, you know, I had to get really strict and firm with her because she was screaming about this leg. And it went away for like, you know, a couple months, and then it popped back up. It was her neck. Her neck hurts. Her neck hurts. And I'm like, this is the weirdest thing. I'm looking all on Google. I'm asking her doctor about it, and it's the tears. When she gets these pains, she starts to cry and she exhausts herself, and then she falls asleep. So the pain triggers tears that, you know, cause exhaustion that leads to sleep. And now the most recent thing is her cheek, and this one gets me. I just cannot deal. I don't know why. She's almost 6 years old, and I'm just like, are you really trying to cry yourself to sleep now? So when I think about it, I laugh because how does one even come up with that concept? But when it's happening, oh my goodness, it is so annoying because I'm gonna have to record it. She is in full tears, and there's nothing wrong with her. When she falls asleep and she wakes up, she's perfectly fine. Or, you know what? If we go somewhere and then she's not tired anymore, the pain just goes away. And then as soon as we get in the car to go home or something, it reappears. I'm like, what the hell? What is going on here? Yeah, so, yeah, that is a weird one. And, I think that was all I had for like weird or crazy things. Oh, Joe, for 18 months straight, this kid was like 1. Less than 1, maybe 1. He was like a little over 1. He made me put on football highlights every single morning. First they were on TV, so he saw them on ESPN. Then after football season, they stopped showing them. So then I had to pull it up on the computer, and every morning he would have his breakfast at the computer desk watching highlights. After football season and there was no more highlights, he was watching, you know, hardest hits, you know, best catch of 84, and it's just so strange. I couldn't play the same video twice or he would go into a hysterical, you know, cry and scream. It had to be fresh football that he's never seen before, and it lasted into recently. I would say maybe the last couple of months is when after this past football season, it kind of like faded away. But yeah, for about 18 months or so, at least like a year to 18 months, he made me play highlights for him every single morning. Oh, yeah, that's just funny. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, learning a little more about my silly, crazy, weird kids. And tell me some crazy stuff that your kids did, or maybe if you knew me as a kid, tell me some weird stuff that I did. Then I could get a better idea on why my children do these things. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep like, subscribe, comment. I am so happy that you guys read the blog and, you know, follow me on Instagram and stuff. I really enjoy, you know, just coming on here and talking and being open with you guys, and I hope you enjoy the videos as well. So look out for the next video to come, and I hope you enjoyed this. So like, subscribe, comment, you know, put the thumbs up. Thank you for coming to my channel.